got to be careful about this climate change stuff, don't we? Global warming, it's not just open and shut, is it? It seems to be being led, controlled, dictated to by people who would be happy to call global warming, or the shift of it, by changing Fahrenheit to Celsius, like they did by fudging many other figures in the past and continue to, because global warming isn't just open and shut. Climate change is not just people who believe in it versus people who don't. Not that simple. It's not just global warming or not. It's not just save the whales or not. Everybody wants to save the whales. We love whales. Everybody wants to protect the forests. Everybody wants to stop using plastic. Everybody wants to stop overfishing and pollution. And of course, that's not the question. There's a bit too many variables that have been basketed up by complete psychos and directed into the power coming out of our hands and directly into theirs, using that as a vehicle. And they're going to kill many, many innocent people in the meantime. And these figures are pretty fudgeable. This science is very questionable, once again, isn't it? The weather's always changed. The poles are shifting for a start. Surely if you were going to change everybody's life for the worse and take all of the power out of their hands and their money and their freedom of movement, choice, their kids' futures, make stupid choices into electric vehicles where the batteries are whatever, then you'd have to be pretty certain of it, wouldn't you? You'd have to be a fair bit of adversity crushed upon us, whereas some of this stuff doesn't even add up in the first place, and the rest of it isn't bankable anyway. And if the poles are shifting, then maybe we should not give up everything based on the fact that we caused all of this shit, and that innocent people should die and your grandma should freeze, and a certain amount of people should get all of your money, all of the control of your freedom at the end of this, using that as a vehicle, and they've got alternatives that they're not releasing anyway. That's the thing. These people who are advocating this, why are they holding back technology that would help us? Why isn't there free energy for everybody? That already exists. Why isn't hydrogen being developed? Why aren't they using this new battery technology? Just playing smoke and mirrors and charades and pretending they've called for everybody who's going to the Queen's funeral, they need to catch commercial flights and not use their jets and helicopter bands. What a fucking pile of shit. Pretending like they give a fuck, pretending like they're leading by example. They're not even going to do it anyway. But no, you're going to lose everything. The very people advocating this are the biggest polluters and holding back the best technology. And they're using whales on young kids. They're using whales. Why would you use a whale? What have whales ever done to anyone? You know, they're going to fight. They're going to fight climate change. What are they going to do? Send 10,000 troops to the sun? We need to do this rationally and reasonably and not throw fellow human beings under the bus, particularly when this technology exists. Let's have a good crack at this perpetual motion stuff that's being developed through magnets. Let's have a good look at these home generators. Let's have a good look at these plastic alternatives. But no, there's a big club for rich people. They think they can tell you whatever they want. They think you'll believe it. They've got a good head start. How does all the power end up in the people who are doing the most damage, who've got the best solutions, and blame us for it? So it's not just open and shut. You can't just let your eyes roll back, your head spin around and green shit come out of your mouth because everyone's trying to kill the whales. And how can they kill the whales? The planet's heating up. It's not that simple. Even if it is, we don't have enough evidence to throw fellow human beings, including your family, under the bus. So we need to have a good, long, rational, reasonable think about it next time this comes up from a bigger space, and think about who's doing this, how they're implementing it, why, what science they're basing it on, what reason have they got, what ration is there in this, and what is the outcome? Because a lot of people aren't thinking straight. And unless you've noticed, there's one big agenda to a whole heap of stuff that's happening in the world right now, starting with imaginary viruses, imaginary solutions to those viruses, housing bubbles, major economic crashes, brainwashing kids into thinking they're fucking robots, identifying as a garage door, giving them total freedom to choose their agenda without their parents' consult, handing over power to the state. Whole heap of stuff, all linked to this fourth industrial revolution. Looking forward to more lockdowns, more control. These people are crazy. They're killing grandma. They're going to freeze your grandma while they take private jets. So we need to stay in the bigger space and have a bit of perspective in this, because, yeah, we want to save the whales and the trees. We want to go green. But at what cost and into the hands of who? Got to be careful right now. Anyway, I'm going to cook an egg on the bonnet of my car. I'll see you soon.